Hi everyone, welcome to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. This week's Faith and Yoga is Shining the Light of Christ on Halloween, and we welcome you here. We'll open this morning by having Glenn do our gong. Thank you, Glenn. So celebrating Halloween and staying grounded with your faith can be tricky. You see what I did there? It can be tricky. Most people can enjoy Halloween and stay true to their faith. Consider these things: your choice of costumes, carving pumpkins, savoring the seasonal treats that are out there, apple cider. I don't know if you're a fan of candy corn, not so much here, but I do love pumpkin, everything else. Spending time with neighbors and friends. And it's wise for us as Christians to be particular in what we choose to participate in. Just like all things in this world, choose wisely. But remember, Halloween can be used as an outreach to our neighbors and friends in creative ways. A verse from Hebrews says, "And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works." And so we start our practice today. We are carriers of the light and are called to share our light with the world. And I'm going to ask Fred to come forward. He has a Halloween reading, and then Aaron and Glenn will follow as well. And they are carrying their light.
Halloween. On the eve of All Saints' Day, jack-o'-lanterns light the way. God's children need no longer fear. The ghosts and goblins gather here. For all evil ghouls with icy breath must bow to him who conquered death.
Let your light so shine that people everywhere may see your good actions and praise God in heaven because of it. That's from Matthew 5:16.
God is pure light, undimmed by darkness of any kind. That's taken from 1 John chapter 1, verse 5.
And from Matthew 5, verses 14 and 16, "He is greater than any darkness, and when we allow his light to shine through us, we will find great joy in watching others find him and see him for the first time." So there you go. We've illuminated some of the austere, maybe evil things that take place, scary things around Halloween. And we invite you to share this yoga practice with us. We're ready to have a little bit of fun, to change up some of our regular moves and make them fun and in the spirit of Halloween. So join us. And we'll start off, as we've been doing the whole month of October, with an intentional walk around the mat. If you'll go 2 times in the direction of your choice, I'll meet you in the center. Meet you in the center of the mat, and we're going to start by just taking a deep breath in, swinging the arms back, and opening them wide. Taking a breath in, and looking up. As you exhale, let the arms come back down again. Next breath, deep breath in, arms up. Exhale down. Deep breath in, arms up, and breath down. Once again, deep breath in, and down. Let's put our right hand on our heart. With our right hand on our heart, we're just going to simply look to the left. And back to center. Bringing that hand down. Left hand goes on heart. Taking a look to the right. Back to center. Left arm goes down. Once again, right hand on heart. Let's bring that left arm up in front of us, to the left, and let's take our gaze back over that left thumb. Remember to take a deep breath in here, and out. And back to center. Let your hand come down, other hand comes down, left hand over heart, swing that right arm up, back, follow the gaze of that right thumb. And then bringing it back to center. Arms go down. We're going to work our shoulders a little bit, so bring your shoulders up and roll them back and down. One more time back. And now give your arms a little bit of a shake out, and let's roll them to the front. Mine are popping and cracking. I don't know if yours are. Mine are popping and cracking. One more time here. Okay, good. And once again, give yourself a shake. We're going to swing these arms up, and we're going to grab the right wrist with the left arm and gently give it a tug over to the side. And let your gaze look up toward that right hand. Give it a wave. Take a deep breath in here and out. And let yourself come back up. Give those hands a twinkle up here. Switch, take the right hand, grab that left wrist, and gently pull over to the other side. Good. Take a deep breath in here and down. Coming back up again. Let your hands come down slowly. Let them be parallel and let them come down slow. Good. Notice that change in the circulation, those tingles that you feel. And let them come down and give a good shake here. We're going to wake up our bottom half here a little bit, so just give yourself some spins here, one side or the other. And we're just going to come to stillness again, and we're just going to do a step up and hold and down. If you need to put your arms out, if that makes it easier, you can put your arms out. We're going to do a total of 5 for each foot, so that's 1. 2 more for each foot. Good, and let yourself shake out here. We're gonna come into the first of our spooky poses here. And if you can imagine an old, gnarly, crooked tree, and that's what our tree is gonna be like today. So if you need to step off the mat for your tree pose, we'll do that. So here we go. Let's get strong in our left foot, ground into that, up on the toes of the right. Open that leg to the right. Find your drusty or your focal point, and when you're ready, find your best position for your right foot. Hands come to heart center. And then when you're ready, remember we are crooked old trees. Do your best crooked, oh, they're doing great. Oh boy, I see one that's really windy out there in the back. But let that come to be. Good job. Bring your hands back to heart center. And remember, God made the old crooked trees as well as the beautiful straight ones. Straighten your feet here. And let yourself pedal out here a little. Let your arms shake. Take a breath in and down. Let's get strong into that right foot. Come up into that left toe. Turn that leg out. Find your best position anywhere but on the knee. Hands come to heart center. And do your other crooked tree pose. Yeah. Having a little fun today. Bringing your hands back to heart center. Finding good balance. And letting your foot come down. Good. And giving yourself a little spin from side to side. And if you're off the mat, let's step back on the mat. We're going to warm up a little bit with a forward fold and then come next to our modified Halloween position of something that may or may not have been living in that haunted tree. So let's come up, let's take a breath in, bend your knees a little bit, and swoosh down. Take a breath in, breathe in, up, and back. 2 more, breathe in, breathe out, 1 more, and breathe out. Let yourself spin again. And we're going to prepare for our back pose. So doing the back pose, it's going to be basically a forward fold. So we're going to come up. And while we're here, we're going to stretch our right side a little bit more. Because you imagine being a bat, those wings probably get stiff. And the left side a little. And then we're going to open them up like this. And then swoop down. Bring them back up. And then let our hands come back down. And now we're going to bend at the waist and let ourselves slowly fold down into our back position, which is simply a forward fold. And we're going to grasp our arms, each elbow, and let our head hang heavy. Bend with your knees. And let yourself sway from side to side. Feeling a nice stretch in your lower back. Let your head hang heavy. And upside down bat in that crooked seasonal Halloween tree. Remember to breathe here as well. And then come to stillness. Maybe you can go down a little bit more. Maybe you can unfold your arms and let your hands be on the mat. As you rise up, half forward fold, hands are on the knees. Take a breath in and out. And let yourself come back down one more time. Grasping the elbows and letting yourself loosen up. Coming back up. As we come back up, so imagine those arms going back up again, like the bat wings. Coming back down. And then up one more time. This time when the fingers meet, interlace the fingers. Turn the knuckles toward the head. We're going to turn to the right. Back to the center. To the left. And back to the center. Let yourself lean back if that's comfortable for you. Let your head go back as well. Straighten your spine and your head. And once again, unlace those fingers and let those hands come down. And let yourself have a shake and a couple spins again. We're going to turn this way on the mat. And we're going to do a little bit of a warrior flow here. So we're going to start out with stepping back with that right foot. The right foot goes back. It's parallel to the back of the mat. The knee is bent forward. And let those arms float up into warrior two arms. You can imagine just about anything in warrior two arms here. Let yourself be strong. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Another breath in and out. Let your hands come down and straighten that front leg. From here we're going to go to triangle. So your left arm comes down to the ankle, to the left ankle, and the right arm reaches up. Take a breath in here. Good job out there. Another breath. One more deep breath in. Feeling a nice stretch here. Still one more big breath in. As you exhale, come back up again. Bring that right foot up with the front. Hands come together in heart center. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, let your chin come to your chest. Take another breath in. Exhale. Chin to chest. We're going to step back with that left leg, just like we did with the right, parallel to the back. The right knee bends, and let those arms float up. Take a breath in, and out. Another breath in, and out. One more in, and out. And two more. Check that left arm. Is it the same height as your right arm? Last breath here. And out. Straighten your leg. Take a breath in here. And out. And let your right hand go down to your right ankle. And your left arm opens up into triangle pose. Up and over. Let's come back up again. And we'll take these step together. Hands come to heart center. Preparing for our first down dog here. And step back a little bit, give yourself room. And let your hands come to the mat. And pedal out your legs here. And let's hold our down dog here. And let ourselves rock forward and back. And let your hips come from side to side. And then let yourself come forward into a plank. And let's hold our plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your knees come to the mat. Toes come together. And let's take a child's pose. And in this child's pose, see if you can imagine that you're a pumpkin in a field. Maybe you want to take your hands and put them in front of you like this to be even more of a pumpkin size. And if you are a pumpkin, you will want to give some advice to your friends. And the pumpkin gives advice to be well-rounded, get plenty of sunshine, and be outstanding in your field. That's your advice from the pumpkin. Take a deep breath in here. And down. Another deep breath in. And out. Coming back out of the pumpkin pose, and put your hands, spread them wide into tabletop. Remember in tabletop, you want to check the position here. Hands are spread wide like a star. Shoulders are over wrists. You should be able to look back and not see your toes. And your knees should be about hip distance apart. Well, we're going to work our cats today, our black cats for Halloween, or any color cat for Halloween. So if you need to wag your dog here a little bit before we get to the cat and cows, feel free to do so. We're going to start with the cow. So as you breathe in, let your belly drop, gaze looks up. As you exhale, pull that belly button into your spine and arch your back into a very appropriate Halloween cat. And let your belly drop with an inhale here. Gaze looks up for cow. And exhale, cat. And one more in each direction. Letting yourself come back to tabletop. In tabletop position, we're going to send our left leg back and shut the door behind us. And welcome the trick-or-treaters with a treat with our right hand. Staying strong, engaging your core. The left foot is flexed. And bringing that right hand in to meet the left knee for a little crunch. And then sending it back out again. One more crunch in. Sending it back out. And returning that left knee to the mat. Give yourself a little time to shuffle it out. Getting ready for that next trick-or-treater. Close the door with your right foot. Foot is flexed. Left hand extends your treat. Remembering to breathe here, breathing in and out. Bring that left arm into that knee. Extend it back out again. Remember to keep your foot flexed. And one more time. And out. You're turning that hand to the mat and the knee. And we're going to be a pumpkin again. So let your toes come together. And come back into your pumpkin pose. Coming out of pumpkin pose and letting ourselves come forward onto our bellies. Getting yourself comfortable. You know what's coming up. The snakes for Halloween. Some of us have snakes on our properties and some of us see them when we go for walks, but they're not all scary. They're helpful. So bring your hands back. So hands are underneath the armpits. Let your nose pretend to push a Halloween treat out of the way. And let your back arch up. Looking good. Look to the right. Back to the center. To the left. Back to center. And let yourself come down. This time we're going to put our forearms down on the mat. We're going to push that piece of Halloween candy out of the way and rise up again with our hands in front. Looking to the right, back to center, and to the left. To center. And let yourself come down. You can let your legs kick a little bit if you need to. Then I'll meet you in a seated position on the mat. Take your time. Something that's not so scary, but to my mind is more beautiful, is the migration of the monarchs. So let's put the soles of our feet together as we do the butterfly position here, loosening up the hips. I think by this time, nearly all of them are on their migration, but every now and then you still see one flying by. And they're the perfect color for Halloween, being their beautiful orange and black. Remember to sit up straight, check in with your posture. And if you'd like, you can scoot those feet out in front of you a little bit and put your hands down on those toes and bend forward for a little bit more of a stretch. Whatever is comfortable. Taking a deep breath in here. onto our spider pose. So bring your feet, stand them up, knees are bent, and feet are right here. Hands are on your knees as you kind of pull yourself up here. And let yourself do a little bit of movement, get yourself even more warmed up here. The right arm comes up, does a dive in around here, in both space of the leg, and grabs the right leg. Left arm goes up, comes around, and grabs that left ankle. So here we are. Some may say you're a turtle, but today we're spiders. So check in with your posture. Take a deep breath in. And this is a very grounding position here. Even though spiders seem to be more hanging around than grounded, I can see them walking sometimes. Take a breath in and out. Another breath in and out. And I'm going to ask Fred to come up. He has two altered positions he'd like to show you. So come on up, Fred.
The first pose today is going to be a very simple pose. It's going to be a kneeling pose, which is also called the fox pose for child's yoga. So we're going to be on our knees. If you want, if you're not comfortable, you could roll your mat, get a little more cushioning if you have knee issues. This will help soften the pressure on your knees. And then we're going to simply just bring our arms up overhead, put our fingertips together. I'm going to turn here so toward the camera. And then we're going to just take a bend on one side, gentle bend, and back to center, and to the opposite side. Back to center. We'll do one more on each side. All right. Remembering to breathe. Go left. And back to center. Our second pose I'm going to demonstrate is the hero pose. This one too is a little bit more harder on the knees. So you may want to have either a blanket that you can put behind your legs